Let's get right into the news.
Welcome back to a series so thundering. Even Zekrom subscribed. In today's video,
No, man, don't mention Pokemon, please.
a new clip is going viral of Hasan calling his dog the spawn of Satan and an effing demon. Asmongold has responded clowning on him. Internet detectives have found a stream clip of Hasan's old dog.
I believe that is from a prong collar. I've seen that a lot before from people who have vicious pit bulls.
Fish with an open wound on their neck? People are absolutely furious. Queen of Simps Pokimane has responded to the drama.
Yep, we talked about this already.
Episode with Hasan was cancelled. A veterinarian has given their analysis on the Hasan situation.
Okay.
Ultimate Gooning Lord Dan Clancy has been confronted by a veteran for not banning Hasan and his orbiters like Froggen. Destiny has pointed out several instances of Hasan orbiters threatening his life, particularly at TwitchCon. Asmongold is
dude, Destiny has been on one recently. Like, I don't like Destiny, but he's 1,000 times better than Hasan.
Absolutely destroying Twitch, talking about all of their problems. Subscribe, or you actually turn into Dan Diddley Clancy.
Oh no, good thing I'm
subscribed.
subscribed.
Let's up those numbers! Now let's begin. So Hasan apparently zapped his dog, and we had a ton of stuff go down. Now,
multiple times. There's even new instances where we have found that he did this. Exact same thing, exact same way. He must have been reaching for his in every time, because that's what it looks like.
After all that, he said he wanted to quit streaming because of the backlash.
I hate the left. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming.
Good.
I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away.
And
that was the energy that he brought to the table. So he's getting it back.
Us to today, Hasan called his dog the spawn of Satan before he had to train her.
That fucking, this right here, this fucking demon, okay, who's sleeping like a goddamn baby currently, that thing right there was the spawn of Satan.
And he goes on to not tell anything about why it was that thing right there was the spawn of Satan.
Do you understand me?
No.
When I'm telling you that was the spawn of Satan, I'm telling you, like, I was sick. I was sick to my stomach. I was sick all the fucking time. I thought I was gonna
that really tells you what he thinks about dogs.
Die. And look at her now. The most perfect puppy of all time. Why? Because I trained the living dog shit out of her, okay? Every goddamn day, I had to train the people around her to make sure that they were doing the right things. I had to train her.
I do get that. I do get that when you're trying to train a dog and everybody around you is untraining your dog. I get that. But he's still a piece of shit.
Her every fucking day.
Interesting. Trained the living dog shit out of her.
He just chooses the wrong words all the time. Dude is an actual moron.
I wonder what that could mean, guys. Does he mean he's zapping her like he's Lieutenant Surge from...
And all of the people that he had to train around her, he was zapping them.
Pokemon Gym 3, but he pulled out the Raichu and started spamming Thunderbolt. This man is such a psychopath. He said he trained the people around him as well. So apparently Ludwig, Valkyrie, and Cutie also got the shock collar. Okay, I'm obviously joking.
No, I think he's talking specifically about Valkyrie.
But the way he talks about it is pretty disgusting, okay?
Yep.
Effing demon, spawn of Satan.
I get what he's talking about, but he chooses the wrong words because he's a fucking degenerate moron.
Sick to my stomach, thought I was gonna die. Now, you could argue that he's being hyperbolic, right? He's just exaggerating. It seems like Hasan really loves exaggerating, like when he's saying he's going to murder those capitalist mother flippers, and he's openly said that he actually doesn't like these people a lot.
Yeah, so miss me with it. Miss me with all that, Hasan, because I do not give a fuck. Everything that you say is garbage. Everything that comes out of your mouth is shit.
Right? But in my opinion, given the context we know, the fact that he tried to hide the shock collar this much, tape it over, hide the remote, lie about it 10 different times, and all of the clips surfacing of him mistreating his dog, pulling his previous dog's tail, setting up and enjoying a cage fight, hoping his dog gets bitten, finding it funny that she's in pain. It is more...
Yeah, that's the worst thing, actually, out of everything. That's worse than the shock collar.
Likely than not to me that he's actually ranting about how much he freaking hates this dog. For example, if a man says, oh, I'm gonna freaking kill you for X thing, right, to his wife, that could, you know, be a playful joke depending on the tone, depending on their type of relationship. But if you also find out that this man has been hitting his wife or abusing his wife or zapping his wife, God forbid, then that same quote becomes very different, because now it's like, okay, maybe you weren't actually joking. Maybe it wasn't actually hyperbole, and you were...
Yeah, I'm calling it now that Hasan and Valkyrie are going to break up, and then Valkyrie is going to spill the beans on everything that he did to her.
Actually being serious.
All the times he made her cry for no reason, for stupid shit. Probably the dog is most of it.
Serious. Then he talks about how well he's, like, trained her.
And that's what you're supposed to do. And look at her now. She's incredibly well trained. But like the first 4 to 6 months.
Well trained. He means that she's incredibly scared to move.
I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I think I might actually perish if this continues. So you shipped her off to a puppy boarding school? Yeah, but I trained her before then. Like, you have to remember, she was very well trained even before then. And then after that, it was like, it was over. Plus, if I can do that, she can do that too. What are you talking about? This is the fucking governor. Like, what? Yeah, I trained the shit out of her.
Dude, he can't get his mind off of politics. Everything that he talks about, he always brings up how somebody political is worse than he is. Like, is he talking about Kristi Noem again? Every time people bring up the fact that he abuses his dog, he's like, yeah, well, what about Kristi Noem?
And then I even took it to the next level where I took her to professional, like, doggy boarding school. And after that, it was over, you know? She's just...
Yeah, after that, it was over, guys. Her will to live, over. Her will to resist, just over. She finally gave in to the absolutely soul-crushing overlord that is the Zapper 9000, right? Make sure to crush any bit of rebellion really quick, right? Literal Citadel prison from Star Wars, right? Even in there, they crush the wills of the Jedi, right? So they eventually give up the secrets and shit like that. That's basically what he's doing to Kaya here. By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I find this language very interesting. He says, I trained the shit out of that dog, right? Like, surely you would say, I trained my dog very well. You know, it was hard to do, but I still did it. Now, he says, I trained the shit out of it. When else do you say that? You say, it's like I beat the shit out of X thing, right? I beat the shit out of that guy in a boxing match, right? I trained the shit out of that dog by zapping it. That's kind of like how I'm interpreting it here, right? Pure responded, so anyway.
That's the only way that you can interpret it based on all of the other things that he talks about and the way he talks about them.
I started zapping Hasan Piker 2K25.
I haven't seen that one, actually. That's pretty good.
And we got a new meme, a brand new meme.
So anyway, I started zapping.
Every day. Fatality. He trained all these people around her, and we got Ludwig, we got Marlon. To be fair, Marlon was kind of making fun of him. And we got his son, and we got Jennifer Welch, the absolute cat lady army there. Right, so Asmongold responded.
And he muted the mic. He did. He muted the mic.
In more Palestinians, correct? I mean, that's what we've heard from
Trump
he
over
did
the course
of the past few weeks.
The dog shakes at the exact moment.
By the way, I downloaded the VOD and confirmed how the dog proceeded to remain seated in the same exact spot for the next 5 hours.
Hasan called his dog the spawn of Satan.
Was the spawn of Satan.
It is crazy how much this dog has made him mad. Like, I've never seen a person make another person as mad as I've seen Hasan's dog make Hasan. He's probably joking about it.
Look at her now. The most perfect puppy of all time. Why? Because I trained the living dog shit out of her. Okay,
you did.
Incredibly well trained, but like the first. I
love how well trained she's. Look how good she is. She's doing great, guys. She do whatever I want to do. From the fridge to the TV, Kaya will...
Yeah, the only thing that he wants her to do is to be a prop and do nothing else. That's it. That's what he trained her for.
Be free.
Well, to be honest, training in Hasan's eyes is when she's not actually moving, right? When she's either asleep or sitting there lifeless.
Yeah, he'd probably prefer her to be dead if she wouldn't decompose.
for hours and hours and hours, and if she dare moves a muscle, she's a spoiled, rotten baby, spawn of Satan dog who's going to get zapped, right? And I just find it absolutely disgusting. Like, he's most happy when Kaya is not moving and sitting there like a prop, a real-life animal prop. That's
To be fair, I don't think he's actually using her as just a prop. He wants her to lay there until he wants attention from the dog. He doesn't care if the dog wants attention. If he wants attention, if he wants the endorphin rush from petting the dog, then it's his time to do that. And it's not up to the dog when the dog wants to do it. If Duchess came up here and wanted me to pet her, I'm gonna pet her.
absolutely deplorable. Pure responded he should wear a shock collar and the viewers shock him anytime he leaves his chair. I mean, that would be a pretty good turnaround considering he loves doing his infamous chair react where he just has his chair react to the stream because nobody cares about his input. I trained her to be a good dog. Basically, he traumatized an animal to live in fear of leaving the square foot that is her prison for a painful amount of hours every day. That is not training. That is textbook animal mistreatment. That's a—
Yeah, I think how my dog is trained or how little my dog is trained is kind of funny. Because, like, if I open the door, she's bolting out. And if I don't want her to go, if I don't want her to do that, it's so hard to get her back in. And it's really funny what I got to do to get her back in. I pretty much just got to keep calling her. I got to keep petting her. I got to keep pushing her, even though she's heavy. She's kind of a big dog. And she thinks I'm playing with her the whole time. So she's trying to play back with me. And I'm like, just get in the fucking house, please.
prisoner, not a pet. The perfect puppy literally just sits in the corner as a prop. That is a—
Yeah, I like to let my dogs show personality and kind of do whatever they want. Obviously, I don't let my dog do bad shit, like eating things that she's not supposed to. Or pooping in the house. But pretty much anything else she's allowed to do.
An ideal vision of Kaya. Had to absolutely train the shit out of her for her to do that. He muted so people can't hear the dog cry in pain. Dog does a 200 IQ move by flinching. Dude, honestly, that is diabolical. Bro, press the mute button so that nobody could hear the screams of Kaya. That is— oh my god, you cannot make like a super villain that good. There's a spawn of Satan in that room, but it ain't the dog. Oh my lord. Moving on to people finding yet another clip of Hasan's old dog Fish allegedly being mistreated. This tweet's going viral. Holy shit, old Hasan—
I actually heard this one before. Like, I've actually gone over this drama before on this channel when I first started talking about Hasan Piker. And he had an excuse for it. I don't remember what it was.
Piker recording with his previous dog Fish shows an open wound on the dog's neck where Hasan used a prong—
It's kind of funny how all this old drama is coming back up and it's blown up even bigger than it was because other drama has blown up.
collar. This guy should not have a dog. And
True.
here we have a picture of Hasan with his dog Fish and—
Actually, I think Nux was the one who brought it up first. Like, way back. Way back.
I probably blurred this for YouTube purposes, but it's basically an open wound and there's blood clearly visible. It looks like it's like dried up or something.
Yeah, and there's no way he doesn't know that's there. If my dog had an open wound like that, it's gonna be patched.
Now keep in mind, this is apparently the same dog he yanked the tail of, something that children are taught not to do, but Hasan decided to do it, and this can even cause permanent damage to a dog, right? This is also the same dog he used a prong—
Actually, kind of sad. There is a dog that lives here that a little kid pulled his tail, and now he's got problems with his tail. And it sucks, man. Because, like, when you pet him, if you pet him in the wrong spot, he yelps. And that fucking sucks.
collar with, something that his own friends are very uncomfortable with. Regardless of what you think about them, in Hasan's hands, he's probably not using it correctly, considering he can't even use a shock collar correctly. Peel responded, I've used prong collars in the past to manage the capture of 100-pound plus semi-feral rescues, and the prongs have very blunt ends, so you would have to yank a dog extremely hard to cause this kind of injury.
Yeah, like, if you got really furious, raging, and you were just like, yeah, over here. Shit, man, I moved my whole chair.
Unbelievable. Nux responds, the biggest leftist streamer is a generational dog torturer. Holy shit. Those prong collars have very dull prongs. I've used them.
Nux brought it up before, though, I'm sure. I thought he did. I'm not gonna look for it because there's just way too many videos.
On dogs never once drew blood. You'd have to hang the dog by the collar or sharpen the prongs to do this. Guy belongs in a prison cell. Right, so people were arguing whether this is fake or not, and the Twitch clip is here for anyone doubting its authenticity.
Yeah, it's definitely real. We just don't have any proof of what happened here, but also he's not acting like he cares, and he should be, you know, he should patch it.
And yes, this is actually Hasan's channel.
Fish or you're mad that you haven't gotten me a protein shake in a while.
I mean, I guess we can go get one right now.
What, dude? Are you crazy?
Let's go get one. No, let's go get one. It's fucking friendship time, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Watch the VOD on that. I got popped.
Right, so definitely a real clip. The Hasan Glazers cannot claim that this is AI or fabricated or Photoshop. I still can't get over the fact that Denims actually saw the collar taped over and went that, oh, people are Photoshopping this. Like,
yeah, this was the worst take. She literally, of course it was Denims that has the worst take, but like, even other people around Hasan didn't have this take.
completely just ignore the actual facts. Now, I will be fair to Hasan. We cannot say for certain what actually caused the wound. So I'm not going to say it's like the collar or even tugging hard or anything
I think a lot of the orbiters were just trying to figure out what lie would really work. And like, here's a lie that you can use, Hasan.
like that, or any of the theories people are cooking up, because I don't know this, all right? I don't even need to speculate because I've seen enough, all right? I've already seen enough to know that Hasan does not treat his dog well, all right? There's so many clips, everything is out there. But this is just another drop in the bucket, another thing to add to the never-ending list of Hasan's
bro does not need a dog.
potential infractions against his dogs, right? That he should definitely have to explain. People responded, I really wish I didn't see that. What the frick now? I'm sad. 30% chance blame it on
I've been sad about these dogs the entire time.
Destiny Ethan Asman viewer. Is this the same one he yanked by the tail? Appears to be. Is that the dog you said he'll literally kill? Again, these are things that you could say to your dog, and you know, it would be fine in some cases, right? You could say it playfully, or you know, you could just be frustrated in a moment.
I like to come up with creative ways. I don't like to just say that that's what I'm gonna do to you. Like, a lot of times I'll be like, bitch, I will sell you to the Chinese. As one of my favorites.
But given the context and given the actions he's doing, like he's yanking the tail and, you know, he's saying all this other stuff, he treats his current dog like a prop, you can only make assumptions. Israel made him do it, trust me. Hasan proving it. And so the saga continues, this time with the collar seemingly so tight that it caused injuries. I wonder how the cultists will defend this, considering this isn't the first time we've seen a collar too tight. That is true. That Jennifer Welsh did say that Hasan has his collar so tight she can't even fit fingers in. Apparently torturing animals is his thing. He defines.
What are you doing, Duchess? What are you doing? Okay. I can't even yell at her because she just looks at me like I'm stupid. Because whenever she's in trouble, I don't yell at her. I get in her face and I'm real quiet and I'm like, you don't do that anymore. You know, sometimes I'll get forehead to forehead, look her directly in the eyes.
Training is conditioning them to do things which are against their nature, and he chooses physical pain in his training method because it's just a dog. So if this is okay and electrocution is okay and supporting terrorists is okay, then his moral compass is totally wrong.
My dog is like my companion, or I wouldn't say baby, because I don't really treat her like I would a baby, because I treat her kind of rough a little bit, like I don't know, like a big dog who's part American bully. I don't know, she likes to be slapped and pushed. Like, if you push her, she's gonna come back, try to push you. That's what I mean by pushing her. She's still looking at me like I'm stupid.
Where does he draw the line? And how does he have so many stupid as F followers? Beyond me. I will never understand that. Moving on to Pokimane responding to the drama. Now, last time, Pokimane and Lily Pichu's podcast, Sweet and Sour, was actually having Hasan on as a guest on their next episode. So, their staff seeing this apparently decided to cancel the show to save their PR. Now, Pokimane saw this, did not like it, immediately backtracked on Twitter, saying that they did this without her knowing, and saying that she's going to restructure, implying that she's going to fire everybody for literally trying to help her. So she has now responded, Pokimane, no one's getting fired, and we have had someone who helps us with socials also stepping down.
This is the corporate take. This is what corporate people do. This is what corporations do, where they're like, well, we're not going to fire you exactly, but we are going to make you resign.
Also, we had someone who helps us with socials, who's also stepping down. We have an editor who also has a full-time job. Over the last month-ish, we've just had a lot of restructuring issues within our staff. So when I made that tweet, it sounded like we're restructuring because of this, and I'm firing everybody.
Well, she said afterwards, she literally said that it was because of this. Literally what she said. And now she's just lying.
That's not what I meant. I literally meant we are in the middle of...
Oh, this is actually what I meant. I misspoke. I mistyped. We saw exactly what you typed. We know what you meant. Yeah, stepping down equals fired. Not exactly. Stepping down equals forcing you to resign so you're maybe able to work in the industry still. That's kind of what that means.
Restructuring, and kind of what happened is we're restructuring because of this, and I'm firing everybody. But that's not what I meant.
But let's see the way that people are reacting to this. She fired people. We hate the... Do you remember her saying this?
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? It's getting there, right? The wealth disparity is getting bad. And we hate the rich.
Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily.
We hate the people that make $8 million a year. Well, how much do you make? $7 million a year.
That's right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, guys, they just happen to be stepping down and restructuring, guys. Nothing to see here, of course. I just angrily tweeted and my staff's message saying that we need to restructure, but no, obviously, I'm not firing anyone, right? They just happen to be stepping down at the exact same time. Dude, she's actually like the most PR person ever. She's like that heartless person, stereotypical heartless person in...
Yeah, this is the HRPR.
HR who fired you, not giving a single shit about you. And it's like, oh, your mom's sick? You need this money to pay for your mom's medicine? Well, good luck with that. You will also not be receiving this month's paycheck, actually. Enjoy being broke. If you're a broke boy, just say so. Maybe you can sell one of your mom's organs, actually. Also, let it be perfectly clear. You're not fired. You're just stepping down on your own accord, all right? That is the official statement right there. Insane. Pokemon, no, they aren't getting fired. They stepped down. It just seems like they decided to have an epiphany right now.
Yeah, it's probably like, if you don't step down, we're going to make your life a living hell. And we're going to not be nice to you, and your job's going to be much harder. So you might as well step down.
Hate HR speak. People who use HR have no morals and want to use your own human empathy against you. I did actually study HR, guys. It wasn't actually this heartless, but maybe in the real world, seems like. PR Pokey really living up to her nickname. Ruthless businesswoman. Yeah, she literally had a reputation for this. Like, people used to call her that. Lying straight to your face fatigue. The old forcing them to quit technicality. You know, I heard somewhere that in Japan, right, they don't actually like fire you. They just stop inviting you to all the meetings and all the works and stuff, and then they expect you to quit out of embarrassment or something.
Yeah, or boredom. They're like, straight up, they will keep you on and then give you tasks that you don't like or are very boring that have nothing to do with the job. And sometimes they'll just be like, okay, well, we're going to put your office in the broom closet, and that's where you're going to be working from now on. And they leave you in there and don't give you anything to do. But honestly, that sounds like the dream to me.
Something like that. I don't know if that's actually true. If you live in Japan, just let me know. But
it is true in some places. It's not like that everywhere.
That would be actually kind of funny, kind of similar to this, you know? No, unnecessarily rich. You are unnecessarily rich. Also, I love the example Asman gave was 7 million and 8 million. Pokey definitely has more money than that, bro. Like, it's the fact that even in
I think it's like 25 million is how much she has personally. I think I looked this up before. That sounds right. Don't hold me to that, because I don't know. She got a lot of money though. She don't need to be talking about, oh, we need to eat the rich.
wildest examples, it's like undershooting it. We hate the rich. Brokies can't afford my overpriced cookies. Average friend of Hasan right here. Moving on to a...
Can we go back to talking about Andrew Tate, please? I want Andrew Tate to be the worst drama. What the fuck happened, man?
Veterinarian responding to the situation and analyzing what happened. A veterinarian did a CollarGate review. Credibility already ruined.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
So in this video, we see a famous influencer allegedly use a shock collar on his dog after laying there for about 4 hours as his backdrop. Okay, and for one, his credibility is already ruined because the first thing he did was lie about using a shock collar at all, as you can see here.
You didn't even have that collar on to begin with.
And the minute you lie, your credibility is gone. Everything you say from there on out, no one's gonna believe you. Then he admitted the dog was wearing the collar.
It's the boy who cried wolf, and he keeps crying wolf over and over again. We're just like, bro, we know there's no wolf. And now the wolf is basically eating him and turning him into a lol cow.
But left out that it has the ability to both vibrate and shock.
It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it.
Not to mention this video of him hiding the remote on live stream so that people can't see him using it. If you're not doing anything wrong, then why hide it? And if you're curious about what kind of collar it is, here's a good explanation.
And like, even if you don't think that it's wrong, you think that it looks bad. So still.
This is the exact shock collar Hasan used. It even has the black tape just like his. This is the mini educator made by eCollar Technologies. Go over here where the black tape is and peel that off, which is something he just added, by the way. There's little screws for prongs. And what you do is you take these prongs, and now it also has the ability to give stimulus or shock.
And if you want his solid reasoning as to why he uses shock collar, here it is.
Come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking...
She wants to walk?
Roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone.
Yeah, so he didn't want a large breed dog getting up or moving around after it had been in the same spot for about 4 hours, assuming because she makes a pretty backdrop. My thoughts are is that it doesn't matter whether or not it was shock or vibration mode. This negative reinforcement or punishment causes enough stress and duress for the patient to yelp out loud and go back to its bed out of fear and...
Yeah, I don't even mind negative reinforcement when it's light. When it's light negative reinforcement. Like a pat and a no. Which, for me, I'd slap my dog to play with her, so a pat isn't really even anything. That's just kind of to get her attention so she can look at me and I tell her no. But usually, she's a pretty good dog. I don't ever have to get onto her, really. Unless she's, like, trying to eat chicken shit or something. And then even then, it's hard to get her to stop. She's like, okay, I won't eat it there. Oh, more chicken shit!
Mission. Even if no physical damage was done, thunder is harmless, but it can cause enough fear and stress for a pet to jump out of the window, cut itself, get hurt, or never be seen again. The point is, he was inappropriately punishing her for a normal dog behavior. The purpose of negative reinforcement.
My dog is too scared to do any of that because she doesn't want to leave my side. That's the kind of energy that you should be having with your dog.
Or punishment is so that you immediately use it so that you can prevent an inappropriate behavior from your pet. Kaya had been laying down for several hours, and anybody would know after laying down for that long, blood supply decreases to that area of your body, joints tend to hurt more, so she needs to get up and move around, let alone just have some behavioral enrichment. So yes, this is animal abuse because Kaya is being punished only for moving around and her needs are being neglected.
Well, there you have it. Even the veterinarian thinks that it's animal
She goes to the park and walks in the mornings, though. I bet he doesn't do it.
Treatment here. Hasan obviously immediately going to see this and call him a far-right MAGA grifter Nazi, obviously. Agent of Israel, member of Mossad right here, obviously. I mean, we've had like 500 different confirmations. So many lies coming from Hasan and his orbiters. And at this point, if you still defend Hasan, you are truly lost. Okay, you are in a cult. You are completely devoid of rational thinking. And your only hope is to subscribe to Pegasus, okay? Maybe, if you watch enough episodes, we can grow back some of those lost brain cells. We will have to decide whether watching Hasan outweighs the claims of past actions. He's one of the loudest voices against the ongoing genocide. While fighting growing authoritarianism with quickly diminishing social conditions, some millionaires might not tune in. Not shocking. No, it is very shocking. 50 replies is diabolical. Funny how people just throw out their morals when it's someone they agree with. I listen to all viewpoints. I have no loyalty to any particular person.
Dude, I keep hearing this from people who keep glazing and defending Hasan. Like, miss me with that shit, bro.
Oh my god.
And like, I'm not gonna believe somebody who watches Hasan Piker unironically, you know, who's actually a fan of him, because you're a liar. You're a degenerate. You're a terrorist supporting freak.
Moving on to Ultimate Gooning Lord Dan Clancy
Oh,
being
God.
confronted by a veteran for not
Yep.
banning Hasan and his orbiters. American Dad Live asked Dan Clancy questions about Twitch's moderation concerning veterans.
I actually followed him on X because he's on X and very based.
Also, reminder, Froggen, Hasan's former head moderator, said that American veterans deserve PTSD.
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
Hello, Dan. I've been streaming on Twitch for 9 years. I've been a partner for a long time.
Listen very closely to him. Listen to what this guy says. Listen to his question.
But another thing that I am is I'm a U.S. veteran, served in the Army, deployed to Afghanistan. Veterans are a protected group on Twitch. So I was just wondering, I've heard comments about the United States deserve 9/11, PTSD, veterans deserve that. When are we going to start holding other streamers accountable for stuff like that, regardless of social status?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for your service. Thank you for the question. Really appreciate what you've done and all that. And
did you notice his question? Was his question political at all? Was it? Was it political at all? No. No, it wasn't.
You use certain examples, and some of those examples led to enforcement, right? It's always a very tricky process because part of what we need to do is have a set of community guidelines, and we do have a team that works very hard to consistently apply them.
Apparently not, because keep listening to him. Just keep listening.
Views of individuals aren't necessarily the views of our platform. We're at a time where people sometimes can talk in hyperbole, right? Unfortunately, and this happens on all sides of the political spectrum.
Happens on all sides of the political spectrum. Who's talking about politics? Nobody but you. This is not political. Like, I feel like I'm going insane, dude. Woo! Okay, had to get that scream out of there.
And so that's something that we have our guidelines. We apply them consistently. I understand you may disagree with.
Yes, I already know that somebody in the comments can be like, "Well, you're raging and crying just then." I'm like, he literally was just talking about hyperbole. Like, get the fuck out of here, you dishonest freak.
Some of those decisions, right? And I always say one of the nice things about Twitch is it's a platform where if you disagree with the views of somebody, it's not appearing in your feed, it's not appearing in what you're doing, it has nothing to do.
What about calling for violence? You can ban somebody for calling a fat whore bitch fat, and a whore, just a regular whore, a whore, and a bitch. But when it's somebody that's calling for political violence, you don't do anything about that. Get the fuck out of here with that dishonest PR, HR bullshit, leftist woke garbage.
With your experience, and that's not necessarily true with short form content. Sure. There's all sorts of stuff that appears in my feed, and so part of this is trying to.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. It's probably like there's tits, there's ass, and that's probably about it.
Make sure you can find what is the right experience for you on Twitch, both as a streamer and also as a community.
Thank you for answering.
Ah, yes, Dan Clancy's response. Brother, get the dick out of your mouth. Holy shit. You would probably speak a little bit better. Tricky process, he says. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky when you're busy gooning to Hasan 24.
It's not really that tricky when you know exactly what he's talking about and who he's talking about. And you know that Hasan calls for violence. You know it. You don't care because you like it. And I think maybe there's some funny money involved and also some sexual degeneracy, some passing around of whores. I love saying shit like that because I think it's true. And also, good luck banning me on Twitch because I will never be on that garbage, disgusting, degenerate platform that supports terrorism.
7. It's obviously going to be hard to press the ban button, to locate the ban button if you have one hand vigorously doing something else on the side, right? It's obviously going to be a little tricky, but honestly, what is this guy on about? If someone...
Yeah, he's got Valkyrie on one monitor and Hasan Piker on the other, and he just...
violates the TOS that you have put there, how about you enforce it? You absolute blundering moron. This guy actually is starting to piss me off, bro.
Yeah, actually, he can be sued. Twitch can be sued for not applying TOS equally to everybody.
He's literally asking you how to enforce his own TOS. Maybe use the words on the paper and apply them in your moderation, moron. Train your staff to apply them. By the way, wearing the Roblox shirt for this is diabolical.
Dude, everybody says that.
So he said we have a team that works hard to consistently apply the guidelines. Are you not ashamed of being a total bold-faced big fat liar? You are putting people in danger actively.
Yeah, he's a sexual degenerate corporate freak, just like literally everybody who is the CEO of a corporation. Every corporation, by the way, every single one. Even Elon Musk, he is a sexual degenerate freak, and I do not like him. And guess what? Trump is too. What? Fuck.
The longer you are CEO, it's actually disgusting. So when Hasan says, K. Rick Scott, right, murder these mother flippers, those are violent threats, right? And even a bunch of Hasan orbiters who have done similar things, you haven't banned them. You haven't actually taken appropriate action against them. You haven't banned Hasan longer than a week. It's actually insane. You wait for his day off and then give him a 24-hour ban. For reference, calling someone fat gets you banned for 2 weeks on this platform. It is just absolutely infuriating. Also, I just love the immediate, it's all sides of politics, guys. It's not just Hasan, guys. Don't focus on Hasan. It's all sides. Sure, whatever. Just apply the rules equally, which you don't because of your stupid politics. Attacking veterans is okay by Dan Clancy, but calling someone fat gets you a 2-week ban, gotcha. No, it's even more ridiculous.
Yep, say his name. Tectone got banned for 2 weeks for calling a fat bitch fat and a whore.
Because if you actually...
He was banned in total 30 days for words, for insults that were not calls for violence.
Do the test for violating TOS on Twitch, right? For you to understand what you violated. One of the things they tell you is that veterans are a protected group, right? Tectone actually showed this in his video before. The unfortunate real answer is that he agrees with those sentiments. Indiana Goons want so desperately to be young that he will promote whatever he perceives to be cool so that he can pretend he's an old nonsense person running a platform for...
Yeah, pretend, definitely, but he's pretending so hard that he actually believes it.
Degenerates. So Destiny responded,
this is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done because that's the...
It's so crazy that they elect this guy and they throw him on fucking streams and everything to be like the people's CEO. Oh, look, I'm so friendly and cool with everybody. But as soon as shit hits the fan, when this is now where we actually want you to be the cool dude, to come out and just like be honest and say what's going on, it is the most reversion to PR speak possible. Right? Like, where's the cool Dan Clancy that hangs out with streamers and tells it like it is? Like, yo, shit got f***ed yesterday. You know, we slacked off on this area. You know, there's no excuse. Here's what we're going to do to make sure this doesn't happen in the future. But no, instead it's like, well, what happened yesterday? Twitch takes...
Yep, it was Zimmer's fault.
Take seriously the safety of our largest content creators in a dynamic environment where there are thousands of fans that are moving in and out of a highly volatile area at every point in time. Sometimes, unfortunately, events can happen that are beyond our control. We're going to be making sure that we amp up security in every way possible. We want to do everything we can to keep our creators safe. You know, at Twitch, we've got a ton of tools for chats and everything else in order for creators to especially and personally cultivate the communities they have to make sure only the fans that they want to interact with is engaging with them at any point in time. And we want to be doubly sure that that is the case for live events. We'd be like, it's like, oh, what the fuck are you even saying, bro? Hello? What the fuck?
Okay, so ignoring the glaring hypocrisy coming from this guy who also threatens people's lives, threatens his son's lives, and all conservatives as well.
But also, he's not the CEO of Twitch, so like, it's a little, you know, the weight is different.
Wants to eliminate half the country, but yes, he does have a point there, right? Also, I really don't get what is the cool Dan Clancy, the guy who hangs out with Extra Emily because it's the first...
Yeah, that's why he has a dad goatee and this mullet thing going on. He thinks he's cool. He thinks that's cool. That's why he has it.
time he can meet his gooning material in real life. Dude, come on. There's nothing cool about this guy. These streamers are literally forced to hang out with him and entertain him because he provides them favors and he's literally their boss. Horrible leadership, 30-day ban for S8. Dude is a maniac. Real reasons about liability. Twitch is—
Yeah, I don't even think he's the one who did the 30-day ban. I think literally he does nothing at Twitch and he has his team do everything. I think all he does is party and hang out with people and do the PR speak whenever the CEO has to speak.
To be trying and fail rather than admitting to doing something wrong, as it avoids civil liability from being negligent. But it's not a good strategy to just pretend none of this shit happened. Like, it's not going to work. If Taylor Lorenz is talking, she is lying. If she's interviewing someone, they're also lying.
It might not work for us, but it might be just good enough for Amazon. So I don't fucking know, man. I honestly don't think anything's gonna happen again because nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Say it all the time. Everybody says it. Everybody in my space says it. Nothing ever happens, man.
That's actually pretty accurate. Interview with Taylor, the #1 Hasan orbiter. She's literally a disgraced journalist. How are they giving her any of this? Like, I just don't understand.
Because she is a Hasan Glazer. She's in that space with them. She's in that cult. So they get her because she's the journalist of the cult.
If you glaze Hasan, you're just given a career, it seems like. Moving on to Destiny, talking
Fuck, maybe I need to turn around. Maybe I need to start glazing Hasan so I'll actually get views.
about people threatening his—
I don't really care. I'd like to have views, but I don't care. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to change the way I think and the way I talk in order to get views. I'm just going to change the way I make videos. That's it.
life, particularly Hasan orbiters, reacts to violent threats against him by Twitch streamers, including about TwitchCon.
Weren't there 3 different Twitch streamers that said that they would attack me at TwitchCon?
Holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
None of them got banned for this, by the way.
I mean, listen. All I'm saying is on site, you know, we all have different ways that we react. You know? So I would like him to come to TwitchCon and we'll see what happens.
That's a direct reference to TwitchCon. Like, that's just...
I have enough... I could afford all the lawyers.
That's just crazy.
Hey, the guy who said it was on site at TwitchCon if he saw Destiny.
I dealt with kids like this all the time in high school.
I fucking love Tom Dark. He's one of my favorite, or Turkey Tom, whatever you want to call him. Or just Tom.
What if I want the satisfaction? I'm not saying it's on site if I see Destiny at TwitchCon again. I'm just saying, you know, it probably wouldn't be on site. Honestly, I probably wouldn't notice him while I'm tripping over him because he's so fucking short.
Like, I feel like in a sane world, you would either get permabanned or 30-dayed. Like, because imagine the liability on Twitch. Like, imagine this guy showed up and we got into a fight and somebody got killed or whatever, right? Like, you have a partner Twitch streamer saying...
Well, that's on the two of you. That's not on Twitch, even though it happened on the platform.
Saying that at your sponsored TwitchCon event, he is going to attack another person. Like, why would you even allow this? It's just crazy to me.
We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and... This is what happens when you don't kill every single slave owner after slavery.
Like, by the way, this is the part he didn't censor.
They have children, and their children have children's, and their children have children's, and then their children have accidents that should have ended up on a sock, and it becomes Destiny.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get
based.
Not gonna fucking lie. In game, of course. In GTA 5, of course.
Yep, that's how they all say it. It's exactly how Hasan Piker talks. Oh, guys, in Minecraft.
Oh, he said in GTA 5.
Okay, wow. That is a lot of threats against Destiny there, right? And I don't like the guy.
Yeah, we could play Degenerate Moron Bingo.
But obviously, this is not okay. You can't just openly threaten to neck a guy like this, right? These pathetic Hasan orbiters are literally threatening to hurt him at TwitchCon, right? It's a blatant open threat, and they don't even get banned for this. This is a specific place that they are even saying. This isn't like a vague threat of, oh, you know, just neck them all or something like that. They're like, oh, come to TwitchCon. You know, come to TwitchCon, see what happens, right? On site, right? It's just absolutely insane. How do they get away with this? Just imagine a scenario where he actually goes to one of these events and one of these people actually does something to him, right? It is going to be such a disaster for Twitch, right? Twitch is so unbelievably incompetent. It is crazy that they actually allow this, right? And I'm glad everybody is turning on them, like every single person. Even all the people on like Hasan's side of things are like sort of turning against this because, you know, SA is just horrific and in general, right? People instantly responded with Mike from PA, never let him forget the most embarrassing moment in human history. This man who can't even 1v1 a couch. Asman responds, Destiny is completely right about this and there's no defending it. As a frame of reference, Erob was banned for 30 days for joking about fighting a viewer at TwitchCon. Anytime Dan or anyone else at Twitch starts in with platitudes about safety, remember this clip. Exactly. The second you try to apply this standard...
And also all of the Hasan clips.
...to all the other streamers, it completely falls apart because they have uneven moderation. Destiny threatening others, based. Destiny getting threatened, how aren't they banned? Again, I said ignoring the glaring hypocrisy,
right.
obviously.
Yep.
I'm just saying that Twitch needs to apply their rules fairly, obviously. Moving on to Asmongold calling out Twitch. Asmon says he really hopes that Amazon is watching in his latest video about the Emiru TwitchCon incident.
Honestly, like, I really hope somebody at Amazon is watching because... What I want you to understand is that
the odds are that somebody at Amazon is watching. It's just not anybody that can actually do anything about anything. Because I think that the people toward the top and at the top of Amazon do not pay attention to culture. They think they are the culture. They think they are building culture all around the world.
the moderation team at Twitch is completely deranged.
Yep.
The advertising team is completely misguided.
Yep.
And the executive team is completely disconnected.
Yep.
At all levels of this organization, they fail. And we're in a situation now where it's gotten so bad that people's real lives and livelihoods are being affected by this. You can say that, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just words on a page or whatever.
It's like that episode of... What's that Gordon Ramsay show? Whenever he goes into restaurants and he cleans them up, it's like that episode where the guy, all he does, he's the boss, but he goes in and drinks at the bar all the time and gets drunk and gets disorderly around the customers, and he's basically killing his own business because of that. That's exactly how Twitch is being run.
But when you have conventions, I think this is going to be...
And the manager's a bitch.
The last TwitchCon, by the way. I cannot imagine anybody ever even thinking...
No, there's going to be another TwitchCon. There's going to be more TwitchCons because if Dan Clancy stays, he's got to have a party where all the Twitch streamers are going to be there so he could party with them.
Go to another TwitchCon after this. This is it. It's over.
Nope, these morons will still go. All the people who went... Imiru, she should have canceled all of her shit, and she didn't. So, like, this is going to keep going. She could have been the person who sparked all this, but instead she shit all over Twitch, and then she's gonna continue to stream with Twitch. She's probably not gonna sue Twitch, and she stayed at TwitchCon. So, like, I don't know, man.
Did somebody say it's over? Okay, I need to stop. I'm sorry. I got a problem.
Why the fuck would anybody go to a TwitchCon after the second? And also, by the way, as a streamer, these are things that I hear about a lot. Other people have been sexually assaulted at previous TwitchCons.
I think the next one will be worse. The one after that will be worse. And then maybe after that one, there won't be a TwitchCon. We'll see.
They've been roofied. There's been plenty of other really bad...
Yeah, I wonder who he's talking about. Yeah, I wonder who he's talking about, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Things that have happened. A lot of these things have happened off of the Twitch, convention center. So some of these are not technically Twitch's fault. But if Twitch doesn't know about this and they're not planning accordingly, well, then they're dumber than literally every single streamer on the platform that's ever been to TwitchCon. And that's not a very good state of affairs now, is it? So anyway, that's pretty much where things stand right now with Twitch. So you have, again, pedophile furries that are getting unbanned in less than one day. You have people going to the official Twitch convention with little to no security.
He missed a word. It's pedophile diaper furries.
Being sexually assaulted. You have viewbotting that is effectively killing small streamers and ignoring large streamers. And you have moderation that is so very obviously politically and socially motivated. I feel like they should just come out and say that they're sponsoring certain people or maybe certain groups. I think one of those groups seems to be Hamas, unfortunately.
Hello, Hasan here. Did somebody say Hamas?
Hold on, what? What did he just say?
So very obviously politically and socially motivated, I feel like they should just come out and say that they're sponsoring certain people, or maybe certain groups. I think one of those groups seems to be Hamas, unfortunately.
I'm fucking, I'm right. Dude, there's no way I'm right about that. I'm right about everything else. There is no way that I'm right about that. That they are taking funny money from terrorist organizations. Holy shit, what the fuck, dude?
Hello, Hasan here. Did somebody say Hamas? I love those guys. Big fan, actually. Maybe I'll just go to Gaza and get an autograph. Oh, wait, I'm too scared. Whoopsie doopsie. But I did buy my...
Antifa's just an idea, guys. Even though Antifa's being funded by international cartels and corporations. And I wonder who they're funding. I wonder.
My favorite flag today, Hezbollah. Lovely. Hasan out. Okay, now I'm just getting possessed by everyone, guys. I can't handle it. I need to take my meds or something. Anyways, I hope Amazon does something besides sending me my packages like 2 weeks late. Here he talks about Twitch's ad problem.
The advertising situation with Twitch is that you get ads. You have some streams that, like, this is an hour long per stream, right? And for every hour, it's 8 minutes of ads. This is insane. I mean, like, by next year, we're probably going to be at the level of network or cable television. So, and that's not even to count sponsors and other things like this. Twitch has constantly been behind in terms of technological advancements. They've decided to lock...
Yeah, because the CEO decides to go party instead of run his fucking convention.
The, renowned feature of being able to, believe this, rewind a stream. They've decided to paywall the ability to rewind a stream without any sort of problems or having to go back to the VOD. So that's the way that they think.
Yeah, they think they're the big shit, that they can do anything and it's fine. Except now Kick is overtaking them, and they have overtaken them with profitability, because Kick is profitable and Twitch is not profitable.
Their product, and that's how much they care about you as a viewer. So while they're not spamming you with ads or allowing you to watch other types of perverse, deranged content, or also making you sit through a stream that has horrible quality, they're making you have to go back and rewind by opening up a second page.
Twitch is honestly like the Pokemon of streaming. They release a new game with worse graphics than like 2010, and they absolutely make it as hard and expensive as humanly possible to actually enjoy the experience, right? It is a pathetic, dying platform, and I truly suggest we stop trying to save it, okay? Can we just move on, all right? Everybody's like, Twitch needs to change, Twitch needs to change.
We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. I've been telling everybody, you gotta move to Rumble. You gotta move to Kick. You gotta move to YouTube. YouTube probably isn't the best one because their copyright system fucking sucks. But Rumble and Kick, they're pretty good.
No, okay, we're done. We asked for it for so many years. Just move to YouTube. Move to other platforms. They're already good enough. Twitch will never be fixed.
Actually, they're better. Because for one, the quality is better. Whenever I was trying to stream to Twitch, it was always shit. Everything else was fine. But Twitch, nope. That quality, dude. It was the quality. And their bitrate fucking sucks.
As long as Dan Clancy is CEO and Hasan is still on that platform.
Is their bitrate still at 4,000?
He talks about the Emiru situation.
So Twitch has cultivated and curated a culture of violence, abuse, borderline...
Yeah, sexual degeneracy, terrorism.
Furry pedophilia.
Yep.
And this is what's normal on Twitch now. This is Twitch in 2025. And if you don't believe me, just check their front page.
Well, there's a lie right there. I got Hasan, Americans are loving socialism. We got titties right here. We got titties. I don't know who that is. I don't really care if this is a person that I like or not. But like, what if I was a kid just going to Twitch? Because, they're partnered with Roblox, and I think there's a 13 and up platform. Look at that. Look at that. What the fuck? By the way, I just want to point out, is Asmongold the biggest streamer right now? Hold on. There's no way. Is there anybody bigger than... He's bigger than XQC. Holy shit, what? When did this happen? Like, I'm looking over here, like, he's definitely bigger than Hasan. But also, he's got YouTube, and he's got Kick. That's crazy that he's on Kick, and that he's still got this on Twitch. That's insane.
And the truth is that whenever Amaru, this is the streamer who was actually assaulted yesterday, whenever her security guard that she had, and this was her personal security guard that she has to pay a lot of money for, because of Twitch, of course, Twitch can't take care of their own people, the security guard that protected Amaru was banned from TwitchCon for a longer period of time than the streamer who sexually assaulted Amaru, who was only originally banned for 30 days. And the only reason why it wasn't longer, why that didn't happen, and, you know, they didn't get unbanned, is because Amaru's manager pressed it extremely hard and ended up getting this person banned, and also the video came out. The original idea was they were going to be banned for 30 days.
That is so insane, it almost sounds like a joke. The freaking bodyguard who protected her was banned longer than the guy who essayed her. You actually cannot make this shit up. Only on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. A 30-day ban for committing SA isn't a punishment, it's a microtransaction. That's actually insane. Twitch's response, happy birthday, dear Saul.
Happy birthday!
Now
Nope.
quit this video or you gotta sit in
That shit's
place for
copyrighted.
500 hours.
That shit's copyrighted the shit, man. I know people are paying tens of millions of dollars because of that song. No, thank you. I'm not taking no chances. Yep, Twitch is a garbage degenerate platform, and I'm glad that some of their top streamers are taking them the fuck down. And they're definitely taking money from Hamas and other terrorist organizations and whoever's funding Antifa. I've got a link down there in the comments. You should definitely click it. Donate to the Fables Folly Farm.